Hello, YouTube. This is William. All right, we're gonna get fourth or fifth one in the series of facts or frequently asked questions. Probably the next question I get the most is why not hire people? Just create a big factory, knock these WC knives out, and so I can get my knife the next day. Well, believe me, I've thought about it. Thought about it long and hard. It's just not right now is not the good timing for that. Okay. Now, what happens next year? If I get a big wholesale account, then maybe we will do that. I'm not positive. But as of right now, um, I never know what I can't plan any further than say 4 months ahead or 6 months ahead because that my backlog isn't that further than 6 months. Okay, that's the reason I have the 90 to 120 day wait is because I can plan that far. After that, everything is off the books and I don't have anything else. So what am I going to do? Releasing a building, hiring employees full time. Am I going to tell them to come back when I have more work? So it's just not good business sense to make that kind of investment when you don't know what's happening 6 months from now. Okay, so another thing that people have asked is why not hire apprentices, which I have really considered that, and there will probably be at some point an apprentice that I can bring into the shop and kind of pass on some of the wisdom and knowledge that I've gained. And so it don't keep all the knowledge to yourself type thing. And I'm still learning every day, folks. I mean, I don't know it all. Every day I learn something new. But I do have some experience and I do have some knowledge, and I've created some things that's kind of unique to the knife world. And so I should pass that on at some point. I was hoping that someone in my family, like a nephew or something, would take an interest in it, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, unfortunately, I don't have any children to pass it on to, so it's just this is going to be my legacy. So I'm trying to do this very carefully and do it right. And I've seen too many companies grow too fast and out of control, and they don't last very long. So I'm trying to take this as slow and slow everything down as much as I can, and make sure that this is something that's going to last after William is gone. Okay, so I'm kind of relating a little bit more than I intended to, but anyway, that's the reason that I haven't brought in employees and leased buildings and all this other stuff because I don't have the room here to have any more. I mean, just with the leather shop and me in the grind room and all this other stuff, I'm bumping shoulders with just one other person. So you can imagine what would happen if there was two or three people in here. It's just not big enough for that. I do have plans. I paid for the blueprints and to actually add on to the shop. But then again, I live 30 miles from any town that is any size. So getting people to drive that far every day is going to be a chore, and you got to pay them to do that. So the payment and the salary and the compensation is just not working out that well right now. Okay, um, so the short of it is, I do have some people that help. They're outsourced, and that is working very well because I can tell that that's going to work for 3 months, for 4 months, for what I have on the books. And at any given time, I have 100 to 150 knives on order at any one time. So I know that I can get that produced and out at the door within the 120 days. All right. It's past that 120 days I'm not positive about, and I don't want to leave somebody and their family hanging because WC Knives can't give them a paycheck after 120 days. All right. So um, expansion as far as in that realm is not in the plans at this point. Um, However, if I do get a large wholesale account, then we're going to adjust according to the workload. That's pretty much what we're going to do. So, but yes, I will get an apprentice at some point. And if you're not expanding, you're dying. And I do not want this WC Knives to go anywhere. I want it to be 100 year. I want it to rival Case. I want it to rival Buck. I don't. I'm not the type of person that's gonna sit back and say, okay, this is good enough. I'm just not built that way. But I do want to grow it the right way. I want to make sure that it's stepping stones and we're not stepping that far back. Maybe a half step back, but I don't want a full step back, if that makes sense. All right. All right. Appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate everything that y'all have done for WC Knives. I appreciate just you guys are awesome. There's just no words. Thank you so much. And until the next one, get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure and take a chow with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. Catch you again soon.